Sometimes you need to look into things a little further than to just, come to a conclusion so quickly and let someone go.
Yeah.
I don't care what race you are. This isn't about race. This is about an individual being murdered. Let's take the race factor out of it. All right. This is one human being taking another's life.
Yeah.
Period. You don't just let someone go.
Yeah, no.
And the whole race thing is like, I'm sick of it, and I'm speaking with true zeal and passion when I say this. And I'm gonna look into your iPad and I'm gonna say, scratch all the race stuff, man. Be firm. You my boy. Love you.
Look at that.
Yeah,
right
get
here.
Zim,
Right here.
And we got the Italian over here.
We try to get as diverse as we can, Yeah, I'm gonna try to adopt a Chinese baby or something like that. You know what I mean? Like we need diversity. I'm thinking. What would be great would be if it was a completely there was a separate group of judiciary folks who had to review every case, and there were no names on it. Right? It was just like person A and person B, and this is what we can determine the facts are, and then start to proceed from there. Not, Zimmerman went up to this guy, and you happen to be in Florida, there's a lot of things I could say about that, right? You know what I mean? If it was just person B, person Q. Person B was in this neighborhood, person Q came up to him, blah, 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 this person got shot, and go from there.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like, you don't even see these people, you don't even know their names, you just have, the report delivered with facts, and then there's steps after that based on complete anonymous information, person A, person B, and then see where we got. Yeah. Because I'm sure that if it was just laid out like that, the Zimmerman cat wouldn't be walking around right now.
Right.
Without posting a large bail and having a court date in front of him.
Right, exactly.
So, the sooner we can get to real neutral territory, the better off we're going to be.
What does this mean in the so-called Obama post-racial America?
It's just one of those things where a lot of things don't get documented. And this event happened to go to the extreme to get the attention that it received. And the thing is that it happens a lot. Like it's very dangerous, unfortunately, to be a black male. You fit the stereotype of a lot of things, and you add in a sprinkle in some prejudice in there, a little racism. There's no telling what you get. And then you have somebody that takes the law into their own hands. It's a scary combination. It's one of those things where, even though you might see the leadership of the United States of being a color, like other people, that doesn't mean anything for some people.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I hope we get past it. 2012.
2012. I hope.
2012.
That's right. I think a lot of people are living in that place. We talk a lot about it, and I think a lot of people put words out there and put energy out there to that kind of taps into what you were saying, Fer. Like, we hope we get past it. Does it take more than that?
Well, yeah, it takes action. So, I'm going to use our man, our family as an example. Stereo crowd represents unity, no matter what, race, religion, any of that. So, setting an example is a good start. We're conditioned, we learn growing up based on our surroundings. So, if you have an individual, I look at it like this: we're domesticated like a dog. We grow up a certain way, we're too young to really make our own decisions, and we start to believe what we're taught. So, if we can start to push out there that positive energy and that energy of unity and like I said, scratch the whole race card, then I think we're going to be on a more like a humanity type level. It's not about anything, religion, everything that separates or segregates human beings, it scratches it. So, that's what we're doing. Not trying, not going to, what we are doing, and we're doing it through our passion, which is music.
Nice, second applause.
Yeah, I think it's going to take generations.
Yeah,
it's going to take generations of people like us who don't see color at all, and just have that breed into our kids and anybody else. It's just going to take a long time. It's just what was done here in this country and what's been done all over the world for centuries. It's whack, and it's just going to take a long time of people like us guys, wanting to hang out, to create together, to share times together, to share a message together, to do things together, where people who are younger than us will look and really start to feel like that stuff my grandma was saying is whack, because these dudes get along great.
That's right.
And it's just gonna take, it's just gonna take generations, I think, of that, and then maybe we have some hope, and then at the same time, it may just be, New York and major cities we got hope. I mean, all I know is I'm gonna gravitate always towards places where I feel comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I grew up in Colorado for a little bit, and they thought I was Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm Italian, right? Like my family's from Sicily.
That's kind of Middle Eastern.
Oh, totally, yeah. It's Mediterranean, But people would be like, he must be Saudi Arabian, and as a 12-year-old kid, like walking down the street, getting hit in the back of the head with like a Pepsi Big Gulp, and hearing, send or go home, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? I'm like, it's crazy. And they used to have block parties, and they would stop the block party right before my house. Because we were like literally like the most melanin in our skin of anybody in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
So I had a detective come to my house when I was like 12 and tell my mom that I vandalized the neighbors down the block, and it took like 15 minutes, and she finally realized we weren't even in town that weekend, So I mean, it's just like it's generations of upbringing that I think is going to take generations of releasing that.
Plant the seed.
So all we can all do, is tell the young people, tell any kids, any nieces, any nephews, just explain to them like my grandma told me, is that when we cut, we all bleed the same.
Right.
It's the same thing, and it's just going to take that message for a long time. And I wish it didn't. I wish we could turn it tomorrow.
Yeah, I still have fun with it. Being a black man. I love the way Look, you gotta have fun with it. I love scaring white people.
Let me put this out there real quick. For the people that know you, you're not very scared. He is one of the most whitest dudes at rehearsal.
He's the whitest black guy.
He's the whitest black guy.
No,
I'm just joking.
I like to follow him and scare him and then be like
He does.
I'm like, hello, hey, how are you doing? But I jump in front of him and then I hit him with the King's English. Be like, hey, salutations, how are you? Saw you walking alone. I was concerned for your safety. Every time. I've gotten hugs. And
I guess you gotta have fun.
I feel like one at a time. I break the stereotype.
TCMS, we're live right now with Stereo Crowd. We'll be back in one song. I Got It, featuring Skrill, Powder Cakes, Ava, mic check.
Well, thank you.
We'll be right back.